Hello Internet, welcome back to another edition of Eric's Corner with the word of the not so wise. Doing another bug out doomsday prepper episode. I was actually working on transferring my other backpack to my new frame backpack style. I discussed this before. It's got this frame on it. This makes it a lot more comfortable on your back. Got all this nice cushy padding. These, you can pick them up used from somebody for probably pretty cheap, but just like anything, you can spend as much as you want. Over the course of days of hiking, all this padding is gonna be really comfortable. Got these little straps that hook across your chest. So when if you have a heavy load in there, it's not pulling back on your chest where you're having to lean into it and hold it. That strap takes the load off the back of your shoulders and kind of distributes it across your chest, makes it much more comfortable. I got this, I was helping somebody move and I got some bunch of stuff she didn't want on exchange. I think I mentioned that before. This is what it came, one of the things I got, and I was going through it and it's got some stuff. Towelettes, toilet paper, hand sanitizer, rubber gloves. Not a bad thing to have. There's a trash bag. This I found interesting. It's something I've heard of and seen before. So this is steel wool. Steel wool, you pull it apart and light it on fire and it actually burns extremely hot. I think that there's generally some oil on it. I don't know if it's just machine oil or what. There's also a magnifying glass in here, which, I mean, you might as well have every resource you can. It's not anything very heavy. It's got to remember, ounces add up to pounds. Like Rob O'Neill said, the SEAL credited with taking out bin Laden. He said he didn't carry a pistol when he was in the mountains of Afghanistan because he said, what for? It's just a bunch of extra weight for something I'm not really going to need. I don't remember if I've ran over this before, but this is survey tape or flagging tape. It's good for communicating with people. Writing SOS, signaling for help, something of that nature. So there's just an almost infinite amount of things you can put in your bug out loadout. And I discussed before, you really got to keep your pack under around 30 to 40 pounds. What I'm going off of. I mean, if you're a hiker and you're in shape for it, younger, not such a broke down old man such as myself, I mean, you can absolutely carry 100 or 75 pound pack for a lot of miles. And it also depends on your food sources. I mean, this burns a lot of calories. And depends on how fast you're going to have to go. Having a supply where you can at least get out of immediate danger and stash your supply, get to where you need to go and go back for more is an option. You just gotta look at a map, have your bug out plan and see what's going to work best for you. I can't tell you what's going to work best for all situations. I can just give you kind of a general and some ideas. Talk to people, go through other people's preps and bug out kits, and you might just, oh man, that's something I really got to have. Things like toilet paper, yeah, granted, it's going to keep you a little more comfortable for a few days. You're going to be eating less, so you're probably only going to be pooping once every 3 days, but I mean, what are you going to haul 20 rolls of toilet paper? I mean, probably not. You're just going to have to get used to picking up loot along the way, like every video game's taught you. I spoke about, most of you are going to die of exposure. This is, I believe this is an Air Force Gore-Tex jacket. Whenever you are taking anything bulky, the best thing you can do with it, and this is going to be kind of sloppy because, normally I'd do it on the floor. I'm just doing this for the camera. Just, fold it up as best you can, and then you're going to want to roll it as absolute tight as you possibly can to save room. Now, if you don't have a lot of stuff and room's not of the essence, then fine. I mean, if it's in and out of your bag, just stuff it in the top and move on. You don't have to be this diligent and keep your stuff packed in that tight necessarily. Little medicine. This was, I assume these are antacids. They might be sweet tarts. I don't know. I'm not going to eat them. But, if you have stomach issues, you're going to be eating things that are outside your normal diet. So having some antacids or some Imodium might not be a horrible idea. I mean, that's something I'd definitely want. So anyway, yeah, I'm going to switch over from my old backpack. I already showed you that one. But this one's just far better, more expensive, more comfortable, and all that good stuff. So let me know what you think. I'd love to hear some feedback or some questions. I'm going to do an episode at a Walmart and show you their camping section and kind of go over some stuff there. I mean, you can, for a couple $100, you can have a pretty decent bug out loadout from your local Walmart. It's going to be rinky dink and chicken shit, but it's better than nothing, and it's something you can get together right away. I've prophesized before. I see very bad things coming, and much sooner than later. Like, you know, I've been a prepper for quite some time, but you know, through my time in the military, there was no real reason to get too crazy with it, because they're gonna, you know, it's in the military, we'll get priority food, and there's no place I can go. You can't just go AWOL. But you know, I foresaw something coming, but being a little bit more of a surprise. Now I'm not seeing something going down very soon being that much of a surprise. There's going to be some kind of attack, cyber attack, EMP. GMP is a real bad thing, because as I discussed before, that's a nuke up in the stratosphere, and that's going to carry its own problems and contamination and so forth. So let me know what you think. Thank you for joining me. I'll see you again real soon. Have a good day.